and it was great to be in your classroom.
Thanks. Thank you.
So what we're doing is we're practicing our coaching skills.
Yes.
So really, I'm the one who's on the hot seat because after we finish talking, you go back in the room, then they're gonna say, okay, here's what you did, here's what you didn't do, all that kind of thing.
Okay.
All right, so you can just relax.
Should've brought me coffee. Yeah.
We were in your classroom for about 15 minutes, and I was jotting down some things that you were doing, saying, some things that the students were doing, saying.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you some feedback on that, some
Okay.
warm feedback, some cool feedback, maybe something, you know, to kind of stretch you.
Some downright cold.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, good.
And then, I'm gonna ask you to kind of summarize what we talked about at the end.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
All right. So right off the bat, it was really exciting to see your kiddos. This is 4th grade, right?
Correct, yes.
It's so exciting to see them have really clear rules, routines, and procedures and expectations for everything they're supposed to do in a classroom.
Oh, okay, great.
That was a tight classroom. You had a bunch of adults. Besides all of us, you had a whole bunch of adults in there. Those kids moved smoothly. They got in and out of those worksheets. They put their materials away. They got on the carpet. The transition was like just under 2 minutes to get them to the carpet from their seats.
Mhm.
I mean, all of that. When they turned and talked to their partners, they knew exactly what to do, and they kept giving examples, and they kept giving examples. So the truth evidence that you've done a lot to set all that up this year.
Good,
A whole
well,
lot.
that's great.
Yeah, it was really clear,
Mhm.
you know, and so when you're really well prepared like that, when you're super clear about your expectations, because you told them, here's how we're gonna move the carpet, you told them 2 or 3 times, and I'm sure you've done that many times, you
Every
reminded
day.
them, every day, it was clear.
Yes.
All right. So all that work helps the learning go faster.
Mhm.
It helps you get in more, it helps them learn more.
Mhm,
All right.
absolutely.
So please keep that up, keep doing more of that.
Mhm.
I wish I could kind of bottle up those clear expectations and rules, routines, and procedures. And I'm in about 1,000 classrooms a year, so I would love to sprinkle that with a whole bunch of other people.
Okay.
So keep doing it, keep going.
Okay, great.
All right. One thing I want you to think about is when the students were doing their partner sharing, their circles,
Mm-hmm.
when they were partner sharing about how they overcame something that was overwhelming, a lot of them were giving examples of just things that were hard.
Okay.
They would say, you know, I read a book that was hard. I read a book in 3rd grade that was hard. I want to accomplish a big dream that's hard.
Mm-hmm.
So brainstorm with me some ways that they might have gotten a little bit closer to your kind of goal of them talking about ways to overcome something that was overwhelming. How could you get them talking about that?
Just like you said, you know, have them brainstorm and then maybe give a couple examples myself and then have them, you know, take that a step further or two.
I love it. So before they even start, give them 2 examples.
Mm-hmm.
Here's 2 examples from me of how I overcame something that was hard.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that I've seen some teachers do is give them like a little sentence frame.
Yes.
I overcame something that was overwhelming by blank.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's how I want you to start your partner talk. That way you kind of
Okay.
get it a little bit more focus on not just overwhelming, but how I overcame it.
Gotcha.
So there's a couple of ideas. Can you think of any more?
So what I've been doing with morning meetings is kind of, as you saw today, there's a theme and everything. So by Thursday, I kind of feel like they kind of are getting it.
Sure.
But maybe once I saw that they were, as you said, and I did kind of notice that, but with everybody in the room, I just probably glazed over that.
Of course.
But I did notice that they were giving examples of things that were hard. So I guess once I could see that, I would rein them in again and say, I mean, but again, that's just a different way of, it's not really a different way, it's just noticing that that's what they were doing. And then I guess I would say brainstorming, so it's not really anything new.
All right, so the sentence frame is one idea. Giving them examples up front is another idea. So let's say you got into the middle of it, like you're in the middle of the soup. You're getting the examples either by going around to the pairs and hearing, oh, they're not exactly giving me strategies, or when they were doing the group report out. There's a couple things.
Then we talked about ways to sort of get the kids focused on really what our intent is, what we really want them to be discussing. And some of the strategies there were giving a couple examples, the sentence frames, critical feedback, and you said there were 4, but I only caught 3.
Which one did you commit to do?
I committed to do the sentence frames.
Perfect. All right. I look forward to hearing how it goes.
Okay.
And thank you for